All right. Good evening, students. Good evening, all of you. There seems to be some problem here. Just a minute. All of you, are you able to hear me? Great. All right. So you should have understood by now what does this statement mean, right? The statement is very clear and to the point. Yes. All right. So let's start the class, right? So we were discussing about reactions of amines. We had discussed last class में Cope elimination and Hofmann elimination, both of them, right? So we are yet to finish electrophilic substitution reaction of aniline, which is the most important of all, right? So we need to discuss that. We'll discuss it, right? So now, if you see that carefully, we'll start with a recall test based on your Cope elimination. Be careful while attempting this. I know my background is blur. There is some lighting issues. I'll try to fix it as soon as possible, Pratish. So yeah, so here comes a recall test question for you. It's based on your Hofmann elimination. I'll raise a poll for you. So here comes a poll. Right. Yes, Pranav, you're right. Yes. So all of you can vote this. Just a minute, guys. Keep voting. All right. So you'll get another 10 seconds for this. I think that is also more than enough to solve this question. It's based on Hofmann elimination, right? Yes. So let's end it on a count of 3, 2, 1. And let's see the answer now. I can see there is approximately 100 of you who are still sleeping out there, right? You're just sleeping out there to maybe waiting for a cup of tea on the bed, right? Very good. Keep waiting. It will be good for your health. So now, if you see this question, just a minute. Yeah. If you see this question, there are a few things you should remember about Hofmann elimination. One, most acidic beta hydrogen is eliminated. right? And the other way you can remember is the bulkiest leaving group is eliminated. You can say that also. Same thing. You'll get same product. Bulkiest leaving group is eliminated. So if you consider these 2 points, you can always draw the correct product. You can use any of these 2 points to solve the question of Hoffman elimination. So if I take this, then my reaction here is dimethyl N plus dimethyl ethyl dash wedge p hydrogen, right? So this is what you have. So if you take this, right? So now the question comes, which will be eliminated, right? So the following possibilities are there. If you remove this as leaving group, break this bond, then this carbon gets positive charge. Then this carbon don't have beta hydrogen, so you cannot get double bond here, right? It has 2 methyl. So if you break this bond like this carbon gets positive charge. Next carbon, say if you eliminate hydrogen, you'll get a double bond here, right? You'll get a double bond here. So that means option B, correct? Option C is not possible because methyl cannot migrate. There is no carbocation formed. There is no carbocation formed, so methyl shift will not take place. This is wrong, correct? Yes. Now, deuterium will not be eliminated. So this product you will obtain if you break this bond like this and deuterium like this. Deuterium, carbon deuterium bond is a stronger bond. Therefore, carbon deuterium bond will not be broken. Carbon H bond will be broken. I have already said you deuterium forms shorter and stronger bonds. This is what I had told you. Correct? So option A is wrong. C is not possible. The only confusion is between B and D. Right? Between B and D. Now check. If you break this bond and remove this H, you'll get a double bond. That is option B. The other possibility is you break this bond, right? Positive charge here and remove beta hydrogen from here. You'll get double bond. That is ethene. Now the question is, which is more acidic hydrogen? This hydrogen or this hydrogen? 1 or 2? Which hydrogen is more acidic? 1 or 2? This is very important. Yes, which is more acidic? 1 is more acidic or 2 is more acidic? This is what you need to answer. All of you are saying 1 is more acidic. Can you tell me why 1 is more acidic? Can you tell me why this proton 1 is more acidic than proton 2? Yes. Can you tell me why proton 1 is more acidic than proton 2? No. That is what you are doing mistake, Adesh. The product formed here is not Sejaf. You get Hoffman alkene here, which has less hyperconjugating structures. That is what you have done the mistake, Adesh. You get less hyperconjugating structures alkene. In Hoffman elimination and Cope elimination, your product is Hoffman product, less hyperconjugating structure, less stable alkene is formed. This is what I had told you while teaching this, right? All of you didn't pay attention at that time. I told you clearly, Hoffman product, more acidic beta hydrogen is eliminated. What is Hoffman product? Less hyperconjugating structures, right? So now the question is, among these two hydrogen, which is more acidic? So the answer is second proton is more acidic than first one. Why second proton is more acidic? Because is hydrogen pe these two carbon will apply plus psi effect. So due to plus psi effect of these two carbon, this hydrogen is less acidic. Whereas this hydrogen is more acidic. Right? So since it is more acidic, therefore this hydrogen will be eliminated. So this bond will break like this. Hydrogen is eliminated like this. So positive, negative charge, you'll get a double bond. Your product will be ethene. Your product here will be ethene, not B. Okay? Because this hydrogen is more acidic. That is one reason you can answer. The second way I told you, bulkiest leaving group is eliminated. So if you break this bond, you eliminate this leaving group. If you break this bond, you eliminate this whole bulky leaving group. So always that leaving group is eliminated, which is bulky. Therefore, you'll break this bond and eliminate the largest leaving group, right? Why not carbon? Which carbon? Athar, I didn't get your question only. Athar, I didn't get your question only. Why not carbon? Why not option C? Athar, I have already answered. This methyl cannot migrate here. For methyl to migrate to this carbon, you need carbocation formed. Rearrangement happens only in carbocation. But in this elimination reaction, you do not proceed even mechanism. So no carbocation formed. If carbocation is not formed, how will rearrangement take place? Rearrangement take place only when carbocation is formed. So that's why this question ka answer is D. That's why this question becomes very important. That's why all of you got it wrong. Is that clear, everyone? So there are only 4 people who answered D in the whole class. And that also must be guess. That also must be guess. Right? Is that clear, everyone? Anyone having any doubt? Exactly, Pritesh. So that's why this question becomes very, very important. Always bulkiest leaving group is eliminated, or you can say most acidic hydrogen is eliminated, beta hydrogen. Okay. Now let's move ahead. What we need to learn today is electrophilic substitution reaction. The electrophilic substitution reaction is very, 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 very important for aniline. Basically, we are going to learn the electrophilic substitution reactions of aniline. They are very, very important. So the first thing is aniline is ortho-para directing towards electrophile. All those same reactions, halogenation, sulfonation, nitration, same thing we'll discuss. Aniline is ortho-para directing towards electrophile. That means if electrophile comes, it will go to ortho and para position. So if you take NH2, it has lone pair, treat it with the electrophile. The electrophile will either go to ortho position or it will go to para position. So electrophile either goes to ortho position or para position. Now the question comes, why? Why it goes to ortho and para position? Reason? Because when you do the resonance, there is a double bond. This has lone pair. Electrons have negative charge. This carbon should get positive charge. So this bond breaks like this. Carbon gets positive charge. The electrons are negatively charged. Positive, negative, there will be a double bond. And this carbon will get what charge? Negative charge. Correct? So due to resonance, if you continue the resonance, it will be like this. So first, all of you should know how to draw resonating structures. It's very, very important. NH2 plus, negative charge on ortho position, right? If you continue this resonance, this bond breaks like this, positive, positive, negative double bond, para gets negative charge. Since ortho and para gets negative charge due to resonance, a positively charged electrophile goes to ortho and para position, right? Always major product is para. If there is a chance of hydrogen bonding, then only you'll get ortho as major. Otherwise, always major is para. Okay, due to steric hindrance. Less steric hindrance, it is major product, right? If ortho mein there is a hydrogen bonding possible, then ortho is major product, right? So reason is due to resonance. Ortho para gets, or you can say due to resonance, electron density at ortho and para position increases. At ortho and para position increases. Electron density increases at ortho and para position, due to which electrophile is attached there. Electrophile is attracted to these positions. Right? Now let us see what are the different reactions we need to study here. Just a minute. One second. Yes. So if you see the different types of reactions shown here, the first of them all is halogenation reaction, right? Yes. But halogenation, there is no direct halogenation happening here. There is a problem here, right? So when you do the halogenation, what is the problem which comes here? If I take in halogenation my aniline and I treat it with chlorine in anhydrous AlCl3, there is a problem here. What's the problem here? All of us know AlCl3 is a Lewis acid. AlCl3 is 6 electron species. It is electron deficient. It is electron deficient. That means it is Lewis acid. It is electron deficient. It is Lewis acid, right? So now we have aniline which has a lone pair. So rather than AlCl3 reacting with your chlorine to generate Cl plus electrophile, this aniline will donate lone pair of electrons to AlCl3. Okay? And you'll get a adduct formation and reaction will not proceed. And reaction will not proceed. That's the problem in this reaction, right? Now, then the question comes, how do we carry out this reaction? Then the question comes, how do we carry out this reaction? Right? How do we carry out this reaction? That's the problem now. So for that, we need to protect our NH2 group, right? We need to protect our NH2 group. So therefore, protection of NH2 is required in all electrophilic substitution reaction. Protection of NH2 is required. Right? Now, how do you protect your NH2 group? So if you take an aniline, NH2, and treat it with any RCOCl, let us say CH3COCl, it is acid chloride. Either you can take this or you can take acid anhydride, CH3COO, COCH3. Any of these two you can take. What type of reactions are shown by acid chloride and acid anhydride? Acid chloride and acid anhydride show what type of reactions? They are acid derivatives, carboxylic acid derivatives. They show what type of reaction? We have done this in carboxylic acids. Very good. Netra and Pritesh, very good. No, it's not Athar. They show nucleophilic addition elimination reaction because of good leaving group, right? So what will happen? It is your nucleophile now. It will undergo. We have done this reaction in the beginning of the chemical properties only. So you'll get, it has donated lone pair NH positive. It has donated lone pair to this carbon. It gets O minus CH3 Cl. Now what happens in next step? This oxygen is negative charge, right? Cl is a good leaving group. It will leave like this. Positive charge on carbon, positive negative double bond. And to neutralize the positive charge on nitrogen, NH bond will break. So this bond breaks like this. Nitrogen gets a negative charge, negative, positive, neutral, right? And Cl leaves like this, positive, negative, double bond. So Cl minus H plus will combine to form HCl. So you have eliminated HCl and you have got benzene, NH, C double bond O, CH3. So it is called N-acyl aniline. Friedel-Crafts acylation, it is not Friedel-Crafts acylation. So it is N-acyl aniline because on nitrogen you have attached acyl group. Therefore it is called N-acyl aniline. Is that clear, everyone? Yes, guys. Is that clear, everyone? So you'll get your N-acyl aniline. Right? Any doubt in this? Please tell. Yes. Anyone having any doubt in this? Now, how it is protected? Anyone? How it is protected? We are saying now our NH2 is protected. How it is protected? Protect कैसे हो गया? It is water resistant. Very good, Hari Prakash, Gokul. Now this lone pair cannot be donated to AlCl3 because this lone pair is involved in strong resonance with CO. So since this lone pair is involved in resonance with CO, its tendency to donate lone pair will decrease. So now it is not a very good base. Okay? So now you can do the halogenation reaction. So now the halogenation is possible. So what you'll do, you have NHCOCH3, NHCOCH3, right? Now you can directly do the bromination or halogenation, whatever you want. Now you add bromine in FeBr3 or AlBr3, whatever you want. You can take any catalyst. So now your product formed will be NHCOCH3, ortho position पे Br plus NHCOCH3, para position पे Br. You get these two products, ortho and para, right? Obviously, major product is para due to steric hindrance. Now, has it finished our job? Has it finished our job? Answer is no. Because we don't want NHCOCH3. We want NH2. So that means we need to do the deep protection as well. How will you do the deep protection? How will you do the deep protection? Is the formation of this reaction is reversible or irreversible? Right? This is a kind of amide. It is reversible or irreversible? It is reversible reaction. You can hydrolyze your amide. You can hydrolyze your amide to get acid and amine. Right? So do the hydrolysis of this H2O in H plus. If you do the hydrolysis, it's pretty easy. Break this CON bond, OH on this carbon. Right? When you break this carbon nitrogen bond, so this carbon gets OH and this nitrogen gets H from water. So you'll get benzene pe NH2, CH3, C double bond O, OH. You'll get carboxylic acid. So you'll get two products. You'll get two products. NH, CO, CH3, sorry, not CO, CH3, NH2 now. NH2Br, right? And similarly, you'll get para also. NH2 para pe Br. right? And plus you'll get CH3COH, right? This is how you prepare orthobromoaniline and parabromoaniline. Direct reaction is not possible. We need to do the protection and deprotection both, right? Is that clear, everyone? Anyone having any doubt in this, please ask. Anyone having any doubt in this, please ask. How deprotection happens if lone pair is in resonance? Why it cannot happen, man? It is what? It is your amide, RCONH2. It will undergo nucleophilic addition elimination reaction. Water will act as a lone pair, nucleophile, right? Then this is a leaving group because nitrogen per negative charge is stabilized by resonance. It's a very good leaving group. Why it cannot happen? Yes, Ravi Kiran, why it cannot happen? It can happen. Chalo, let's move to the next reaction. You can take a screenshot. I hope you have taken the screenshot. So next we have to discuss is nitration reaction. Very, very important. Nitration of aniline. Nitration of aniline is very, very important reaction, right? So when you talk about nitration of aniline, there is an important thing here. What is that? The distribution is very important, right? I will give you the rough numbers. Since it is orthopara directing towards nucleophile, or sorry, electrophile. So if you take this reaction, NH2, and react it with concentrated nitric acid and concentrated H2SO4, right? If you take this nitrating agent, our electrophile, all of us know electrophile generated is NO2 plus, right? We have done it many times. So you'll get two products, obviously. You'll get NH2 ortho NO2. You'll get para product also. Right? Surprisingly, it was found that there was lot of meta product was formed. Now this is surprising element for us. How we get lot of meta products here? So you got lot of meta product here. So you got lot of meta product here. Right? You get lot of meta product here. If you see the numbers, this is approximately 1%, right? And this is approximately how much? 53%, if I'm not wrong. Rough data, you can verify from NCERT. It is roughly 53%. 47% is this. So you can do the back calculation how much it should be. Roughly 52. It is something like this. It is 1 to 2%. It is 51 to 52%, something like this. Right? It is rough data. So basically, now the challenge comes in front of us that why a lot of meta product is formed. Right? In fact, it was a question in NEET 2018, I think. It was a question in NEET 2018 also. Right? So why a lot of meta product is formed? We know aniline is activating group. So it is orthopara directing. Then why we get a lot of meta products? So the answer lies here is you are using an acidic medium, strong acidic medium, and aniline is a base. So what happens here is your aniline NH2, aniline will donate lone pair to H plus from the acid, right? They will give you H plus ion, and this lone pair will be accepted by NH2, right? So you get what? You get NH2. It donates lone pair. So if nitrogen donates lone pair, it will get what charge? Positive charge. So this can also be written like this. So in acidic medium, aniline will not exist as aniline. Some amount of aniline will exist as NH3 plus also. Right? It is known as anilinium ion. It is known as anilinium ion. So some part of it also exists as anilinium ion. Now the challenge comes is, what is the problem? Let the anilinium ion form. No. The difference here is, if you get positive charge on nitrogen, then it is not electron donating. It is electron withdrawing group. And if it withdraw electron, your ortho and para will get a positive charge. If you withdraw the electron, your ortho and para will get a positive charge. That means electrophile will become oriented towards meta position. So we can say here, then it becomes what? Meta directing. It is electron withdrawing. Therefore, it becomes meta directing. Since it is deactivating, or you can say electron withdrawing group, it becomes meta directing towards electrophile. So since it withdraw electron, earlier it was donating electron because it has electron. Now it has positive charge. That means it does not have electron. So it will withdraw electron. So if it, you can do the resonance also. Positive charge here, break this bond, negative positive double bond. So ortho position पे positive charge. Continue the resonance. Negative positive double bond, para position पे positive charge. So ortho para gets positive charge. So electrophile being positively charged will go to meta position. So lot of meta product is formed because some amount of aniline will exist as anilinium ion, which is meta directing. Right? Is that clear, everyone? अरे मेरे भाई प्रीतेश, you don't listen to my statements carefully. हाँ प्रीतेश, what did I say? Pritesh is asking, sir, why then or not full meta is formed? Yes. Pritesh is asking, sir, then why not pura meta is formed? Anyone who can answer, Pritesh? Pritesh ka doubt is, why not 100% meta is formed? Why orthopara is formed? Anyone who can answer, Pritesh? Yes. Yes. Very good. Pritesh, एक चैप्टर होता था फर्स्ट ईयर में, इसको आयनिक इक्विलिब्रियम बोलते थे, पढ़ा था? प्रीतेश, टीचर ने पढ़ाया था. There is a chapter called ionic equilibrium in first year, पढ़ा था? Very good. ये जो रिएक्शन होगा, aniline will act as strong base or weak base? Tell me that. Aniline will act as strong base or weak base? It will act as weak base. That means this reaction will be reversible. That means there will be an equilibrium. That means there will be a equilibrium. That means you will have both. In the system, you'll have anilinium also, you'll have aniline also. So if you have anilinium in the system, you'll get meta. If you have the amount of aniline will form ortho and para. Is that clear? दोनों है तुम्हारे पास. Anilinium भी है, aniline भी है. Is that clear, Pritesh? Can we do protection of? हाँ, रुक तो जाओ. Prajwal, I know. You know, I personally feel I may be biologically wrong. But there are something called intelligent hormones. You know, intelligence hormones. So जब हमें कोई टॉपिक पता हो जाता है तो हम लोग कूदने लग जाते हैं. तो एक्चुअली हम नहीं कूदते. What does jump? हमारे इंटेलिजेंट हार्मोन्स जंप करते हैं. Yes, I know it. ऐसा टाइप है ना? Correct. So my advice will be, whenever you are attending any seminar or anything in life, keep a control on your intelligent hormones. It is always useful. Because अगर तुम वैसा करते हो तो there is a probability you will miss out on something. ठीक है? चलो, let's move ahead. Let's move ahead. So now what should we do? The problem we know. We know the problem. Now I want to prepare only ortho-para. What should we do? I want to prepare only ortho and para. What should I do? I should do the protection of NH2 group. Same reaction, no change. So first you'll do the protection of NH2. Aniline. react it with the CH3COCl, or you can use acid chloride or acid anhydride, any one of them. CH3COCl. You react it with this. If you use acidic medium, it will be acting as catalyst. You'll get NHCOCH3. Directly we are writing the product. Then what should we do? Then we should react it now with nitrating agent, concentrated HNO3 plus concentrated H2SO4. Now protection की वजह से it becomes a weak base also. So now electrophile will go to ortho and para position, preferably para position. Major product अब भी para ही होगा because of steric hindrance at ortho. NHCOCH3 ortho पे NO2. And then para पे NHCOCH3 para पे NO2. You'll get this. Now what you'll do finally, you'll do the deep protection. So if you do the deep protection, you'll get NH2 and para पे NO2. This is your major product. This is your major product. Is this clear? तो प्रॉब्लम पीछे डिस्कस किया हमने, सॉल्यूशन यहां डिस्कस किया हमने. याद रखना एनसीईआरटी के वर्ड्स हैं, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. 2018 में क्वेश्चन पूछा था, ठीक है, नीट में. यस, इज दैट क्लियर एवरीवन? कोई डाउट्स? एनीवन हैविंग एनी डाउट? प्लीज आस्क. Anyone having any doubt, please ask. Very good. Chalo, let's take the next reaction, that is sulfonation reaction. Third reaction, that is your sulfonation reaction. So sulfonation में भी same चीज, you do the protection first. Same reason, acidic medium है, so you do the protection first, right? So let me write it over here in two steps. First you do the protection by CH3COCl in acidic medium. Second, you treat it with sulfonating agent, that is concentrated H2SO4. So then you'll directly get two products. How positive charge is on क्या? How positive charge is on hydrogen in last second step? Arey, this is not positive charge on hydrogen, man. This is plus two products, ortho and para. This is ortho and para, two products. Para nitroaniline with HCl give para chloroaniline. Yes, Adesh, it can happen. Adesh, it can happen. Yes, Adesh, it can happen. Because in acidic medium, you'll get NH3 plus ion. NH3 plus is a good leaving group. Poor leaving group, good leaving group. And then NO2 substitute. NO2 helps in para, ortho para pe electron withdrawing groups, helps in SNAR. So I think it should be possible. Right. So let's move ahead. So if you take this, your product will be NHCOCH3, right? And para pe, let us say you got SO3H. Then you'll do the hydrolysis of this. You'll get ortho product also. I'm just not drawing it. You'll get NH2. Para pe SO3H. Will it exist in this form? Will it exist in this form? Will it exist in this form? Answer is no. Answer is no. It is acidic group. It is basic group. So it will lose H plus, which will be taken by this lone pair. So it will transfer a proton to NH2. So it will exist in Zwitter ion form. The bio people will be knowing this better. So NH2 gets transferred, NH2 takes H plus from SO3H, right? Donate lone pair to H plus, you can say that. And this will be SO3 minus. So you'll get a dipolar ion, positive and negative dipole, right? This dipolar ion is known as Zwitter ion. So any molecule which has acidic and basic functional group in the same molecule, whenever a molecule has acidic and basic functional group in the same molecule, you say it will exist in the form of Zwitter ion, right? Is that clear, everyone? Yes, this is your sulfonation reaction. You'll get ortho product also. You can parallelly draw the ortho. Okay? You can parallelly draw the ortho one. Right. Now let's move ahead. This is all about this. Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation, right? Friedel-Crafts reaction. Friedel-Crafts reaction. So the answer here is aniline do not give Friedel-Crafts reaction. Aniline do not give Friedel-Crafts reaction. Why? Right? Why? Obviously, there are one reason is obvious. The catalyst you use in Friedel-Crafts reaction is your AlCl3. So AlCl3 is a Lewis acid. So it will donate lone pair to AlCl3 and form a adduct. So due to this adduct formation, it cannot give Friedel-Crafts reaction, right? So this is the major reason. Now you should say, sir, if we do protection, can we do it? The answer is no. If you do protection, there's a problem in that. So if you do a protection, then this is not highly activating ring, right? This lone pair is gone on both sides. So now this lone pair is not donated much to the ring. So negative charge on ortho and para is not very high. And the electrophile which you use in Friedel-Crafts reaction, that is R plus and RCO plus, are weak electrophile. So R plus and RCO plus are weak electrophile. So the second reason, this is one reason. This is reason A. The reason B is R plus and RCO plus is weak electrophile. Are weak electrophile. You need strong activating group to react with them. Okay? It is there. That's why we have done protection, no? KV Chetan. Why we have done the protection otherwise? Sulfonation may also it is there. It is there in sulfonation also, KV Chetan. That's why we are doing protection, no? Yes. Is that clear, everyone? So the reason is we can't do the protection also here because after protection, this becomes weakly activating group, right? Because the lone pair is shared now. So weakly activating group. So there is not enough charge on there is not enough negative charge on ortho para. And since these electrophiles are weak, in Friedel-Crafts alkylation and acylation, the electrophiles are weak. Therefore, they will not be able to react with protection also. Is that clear? If we use dichlorocarbene, then no protection. है? कहाँ से कहाँ ले आया? You are talking in which regard, Pritesh? So this finishes your electrophilic substitution reaction, right? This finishes your electrophilic substitution reaction. Anybody having any doubt, please ask. Anybody having any doubt, please ask. Now, let's take the last set of reaction. That is, no, it does not finish. We have to still do two reactions. Coupling reaction. So remember, coupling reaction, which is shown by phenols and aniline, is a type of electrophilic substitution reaction only. पहले तो ये जानो. It is a type of electrophilic substitution reaction only. Now see how the reaction goes. If you take diazonium salt is N triple bond N plus Cl minus, or actually तो plus यहाँ होता है, right? It is like this. So this is your diazonium salt. So if you react it with this aniline, how will the reaction take place? देखो ध्यान से. NH2, right? So this, yes, Swarna, I'll upload. So this bond will break like this, right? So nitrogen negative, this nitrogen positive. So you'll generate a electrophile first. Your electrophile which you generate here is something like this. N double bond N plus. This is your electrophile. Now do the resonance. Thoda sa we need to draw it little far. NH2. Yeah. Now do the resonance. Right? So electron negatively charged. This bond breaks like this. Positive, positive, negative double bond. This carbon negative. So this should be positive. This bond breaks like this. Positive, negative double bond. This carbon gets negative charge. Para position. It will form a bond with this nitrogen. Correct? So it will attack which position? Electrophile will attack this carbon, para carbon having negative charge. So you'll get something like this. Benzene, N double bond N on para position, right? Double bond, NH2 plus, right? Now hydrogen will be eliminated from para position, substitution, because this will go like this, this will go like this. So your final product here will be benzene, N double bond N, and there is a para position pe NH2, right? This is known as para azo, right? This is para position pe para azo aniline, right? And this compound which is formed here is orange color dye. It is orange dye, right? It is orange dye. It is orange color dye. ठीक है? Very important. This is orange color dye. It is used as distinguished test for aniline. Distinguished test for aniline. How? For example, if you want to distinguish between aniline and ethanamine, how will you distinguish? CH3, CH2, NH2. Simple. Do the diazo coupling. Treat them with diazonium salt, right? Treat them with diazonium salt. It will form orange dye. It will form orange dye. And here no reaction, because this reaction is given only by aniline. So if you have, it is yellow dye kya? एक minute. Just check the color. It is yellow or orange. Textbook में देखो. Just check in textbook. The color is yellow. ठीक है, it is yellow. Then orange is for phenol. OP. Yes. Phenol is orange. Correct. So you will get a yellow dye, right? So the color which you get is the indicator here. Ha, you're right. OP. Phenol is orange. So now, if you take two beakers, one contain aniline, other contains any amine, any other amine. So add diazonium salt to both of them. The beaker where you get yellow color contains aniline. The other beaker contains the other amine, right? Because this reaction is given only by aniline. I hope you have taken a screenshot. Arey yaar, you guys are confusing. Textbook mein what is given? Orange or yellow? Tell me that. What is given in textbook? Orange or yellow? Some people are saying something, some people are saying something. Some people are saying orange, some people are saying yellow. NCERT yellow, na? That's all we want. We want NCERT only. In textbook, it is yellow. That's sufficient. We need yellow only. Now important thing here is pH. Important thing here is pH. So what should be your pH here? Your pH should be, easy way to remember, aniline is basic. So for a base, you should maintain acidic pH. So pH should be less than 7 or better, you'll write slightly acidic. Slightly acidic. Right? Now the question is why we don't use basic pH here? Because if you use basic pH, basic medium, you'll have OH minus, which will attack your diazonium salt. Right? And you'll get NOH, diazoate ion. Okay? So that is why you can't use basic medium. Why we don't use strongly acidic medium? Strongly acidic medium may your aniline will get protonated and the reaction will be slow. It will become anilinium ion. So that's why we can't use strongly acidic medium. We can't use basic medium. We need to use slightly acidic medium. Okay? Now the color is with phenol, orange. So if you take phenol, same reaction is also given by phenol, N2 plus Cl minus. Here your electrophile orthopate does not take place. It will take place majorly at para position only because your electrophile is bulky, steric hindrance at ortho. So electrophile attacks at para. So if you take and react it with phenol, right, you'll get N double bond N OH. And this is your orange color dye. This is your orange color dye. And the pH which you maintain here is greater than 7, or you can say slightly basic. You maintain a slightly basic pH here. Right? The pH here is slightly basic. How to remember? Phenol is acidic compound, so maintain a basic pH for it. Because if you maintain slightly basic pH, it will ionize, it will give H plus ion and form O minus. And O minus is highly activating group. Right? O minus is highly activating group. So in basic medium, phenoxide ion is formed. Phenoxide ion formed is highly activating. Is highly activating. Is that clear, everyone? Yes. Is that clear, everyone? Right. Now I'll give you 2 more molecules. Just remember this. This is, I guess, previous year advanced question. So beta naphthol and alpha naphthol. So इनका बस प्रोडक्ट याद रखो. इनका आंसर बताने के लिए तुम्हें इनका रेजोनेंस कराना पड़ेगा. But that is not required for syllabus. So if you take naphthalene, the 2 rings consecutive to each other is known as naphthalene. The alcohol of naphthalene is known as alpha naphthol. So now with respect to this benzene, this position is alpha. This is also alpha. This position is beta. This is also beta. So it is alpha naphthol. Alpha naphthol. Right? Now, if you take alpha naphthol and react it with diazonium salt, where will the diazonium coupling take place? So in this alpha naphthol, the coupling takes place at para position of this OH. Right? Para position of OH. N double bond N benzene. देखो, actual reason why it takes place at this position, I can tell you the reason. When you do the resonance, this position will get a negative charge in more resonating structures. In more number of resonating structure, this position will get a negative charge, or the resonating structure where this gets a negative charge will be more stable. So you can draw the resonance and check that, right? So there can be two reasons. Either you get more resonating structures have negative charge at this position, or when you get a negative charge on this position, that resonating structure is more stable. So that's why you get it at this position. Now, if you take beta naphthol, that means OH at this position, then in this case, it will react with this N2 plus Cl minus, and alpha position pe coupling will take place. OH as it is, coupling will take place at alpha position. Same reason. You need to draw the resonance for this and check what charge comes on the alpha position, right? For now, I would recommend you to remember it, right? Drawing the resonance will take time. And it's not, polynuclear compounds are not in your syllabus also. So yeah, this finishes your coupling reaction, right? We'll come back to the, yeah, we have already finished sulfonation and Philip-Graf reactions. Coupling reaction also we have finished. Yeah. Now last we are left with is Hinsberg test. Previous slide. What was the previous slide? Yes, this is the previous slide. Sanat. So this is your current slide. Last we are left with Hinsberg test, which is a distinguished test between primary, secondary, and tertiary amine. Hinsberg test is a distinguished test between primary, secondary, and tertiary amine. To distinguish, boards ke liye it is very important to distinguish between primary, secondary, and tertiary amine. Okay? So what is the test? It's very easy test. Please pay attention. So if I react primary amine, secondary amine, and tertiary amine with what? Let us see. If I take primary amine, right? Arey yaar, Rakshit. When I went there, then you didn't ask. This is your last slide, Rakshit. When I moved ahead, now you're asking me to go back. I came back. No, that time you should have messaged. Done, Rakshit. Your timings are very bad. You should not play cricket. Yes, Rakshit. Done. Rakshit. Respond on time, guys. So if you take primary amine, RNH2, right? You treat it with para. You must be knowing this compound actually. S double bond O Cl. This is sulfonic chloride, right? Sulfonyl chloride. If you take methyl at para position, this is para-methyl sulfonyl chloride, right? Benzene sulfonyl chloride. Para-methyl benzene sulfonyl chloride. So like RCOCl, it will also undergo nucleophilic addition elimination reaction, right? So it will undergo nucleophilic addition elimination reaction with sulfur. Just assume sulfur as carbon. So what you'll get? You'll get R, or better, let us write it like this: benzene, methyl, S, O minus, Cl, double bond O, N, H, R, nitrogen will get a positive charge, right? Isocyanide test and Hinsberg test, what is the difference? Isocyanide test, you can isocyanide test is given by only primary amine. So you can distinguish between primary amine and secondary amine, primary amine and tertiary amine. How will you distinguish between secondary amine and tertiary amine? That you cannot do by isocyanide test. That has to be done by Hinsberg test. So now you remove this, break this bond. Nitrogen gets negative charge. H plus is removed. Then this Cl is removed. right? This Cl is removed. Sulfur gets positive charge, positive negative double bond. So what you will get is something like this. You'll get benzene, methyl, you'll get methyl, and here you'll get SO, O, and NHR. You'll get this. Okay? Now, if you treat this compound with alkali, any alkali like KOH, does this compound contain acidic proton? Does this compound contain acidic proton? Does this compound contain acidic proton? Yes or no? Yes. This hydrogen is acidic in nature. So if you treat it with OH minus, if you treat it with OH minus, if you treat it with OH minus, right, it will take the acidic proton and you'll get a compound salt formed. Acid-base reaction, you'll get a salt which is soluble. So basically the compound which you have got is soluble in base. N minus K plus R. So you'll get a salt. This is salt soluble in base. Soluble in base. Correct? Yes. Now do the same thing with secondary amine. Replace this H by R. Right? So here one of the R is replaced, H is replaced by R. Right? So everything is same. Do the same thing with secondary amine. RNR H. Right? React it with SOOCl and methyl. So if you react it, then see the difference in product you'll get. So instead of hydrogen, you have taken R. So instead of hydrogen, you'll have R here. No acidic proton. No acidic proton means it will not be soluble in base. It will not react with base. So your compound you'll get will be something like this. Benzene, methyl, S, double bond O, double bond O, N, R, R. You'll get a compound which is insoluble in base because it does not contain acidic proton. Insoluble in base. It does not contain acidic proton. Correct? Right. What about tertiary amine? If you take this R here, what will change? Will it react with this? No. Because you do not have H plus to neutralize the positive charge on the nitrogen. So if tertiary amine react with this also, the positive charge will not be neutralized. So with tertiary amine, no reaction. With the tertiary amine, R3N gives no reaction. Still, if you want to confirm, dissolve your compound in HCl, it will form a salt with HCl. R3N will form a salt with HCl. Right? It is not soluble in base, it is soluble in acid because it is basic compound. Right? It will not react with benzene sulfonyl chloride, but it will be soluble in acid. So this is how you can distinguish your primary, secondary, and tertiary amine. Anyone having any doubt in this, please ask. Yes, guys. Anyone having any doubt in this, please ask. Right. So this finishes your chapter. This finishes your chapter amines. There are certain 3 questions. I've kept it here for you to practice. You can practice them. We'll discuss their solution tomorrow. And we'll start tomorrow your next chapter, that is biomolecules. We'll start biomolecules tomorrow. Okay? Role of methyl in that reagent. Nothing. It is tosyl chloride. If you don't take, also reaction will take place. Just to make the reaction going. There is no particular reason why you have taken there. Right? If you take NO2, also reaction will take place. If you take Br, also reaction will take place, Adesh. Right. So you can log into Kahoot. We'll finish the Kahoot also. Ashutosh, I'll discuss that tomorrow. Even if I start, I had kept to teach it, but nitrogen inversion, I will discuss it tomorrow. We'll discuss the nitrogen inversion tomorrow, Ashutosh. We don't have that much time to finish it now, and it will take time. Is this last chapter of organic chemistry? Biomolecules and all also come in organic chemistry, but they do not involve reaction mechanism. They are direct reactions with structures. Right? So mechanistically, you can say this is the last chapter of organic chemistry. After this, you'll not see mechanisms. Right? So your game pin is 2351198. 2351198. 2351198 is your game pin. Whatever bio students have learned biomolecules, we will learn at least 2 times more than that here. You have just by-hearted things in biomolecules. We will learn the reason of those things here. So bio students should also attend if they really want to learn that chapter very well. Okay? But that chapter is very important for NEET, so don't miss. Right. So we'll start. I think we have everyone logged in. Anyone else still waiting there? Anyone else still waiting there? All right. So I think everybody is in. So let's start the Kahoot now. Right. I still see people joining, but they're not responding on chat that they're still in the queue. This is weird. Right. So let's start. Yeah. So it's on something which was yesterday. It's on Karnataka Rajyotsava, basically. Let's see how much you know your state well. I'm damn sure you know it, but still. Which one is first Kannada movie? I hope it's an easy start for you. I believe it's an easy start for everyone. Which one is the first Kannada movie? And your answer is we don't see Kannada. Acha. So it is Sati Sulochana. Was your first Kannada movie? I don't know. I have not seen this movie as well. It's just a general information. Right. So the next one in front of you. Obviously, I don't know how Adesh is on top. Attar, Samriddhi, Spurti, Casey in top 5. So which one east flowing river is located in Karnataka? Which of the following is east flowing river in Karnataka? That's an easy question as well. That's an easy question as well. I think so. Yes, it is Tunga River. All of you know this. That's great. Easy start for everyone. Vismay is in top 5. Athar on top. Samriddhi on 3rd. Leela Chess on 4th. Spurti on 5th. Third one. first person from Karnataka to receive Bharat Ratna. This one I was knowing. So, who is the first person from Karnataka to receive Bharat Ratna award? Very famous name, actually. Very popular among kids. Yes, it is Visvesvaraya. So you even have Visvesvaraya Institute of Technology in Karnataka, VIT, right? So he was a chief engineer during the British era. He was also responsible for building your Mysore kingdom, like developing your Mysore kingdom. Krishna Sagar Dam was developed under him, which upon that time was the largest dam in the Asia. And he was also the Diwan of Mysore state from 1912 to 1918. And Diwan means chief minister under the British rule. So he received Bharat Ratna for this. And in his birthday is also celebrated as Engineers Day. Diwan means kind of chief minister of that region, right? So his birthday is also celebrated as Engineers Day every year. I don't remember exact date, but it is celebrated as Engineers Day. Right. So Attar, Spurti, Piro, KC, RCB forever in top 5. Let's see the next one. Hampi city is located on the banks of which river? Hampi city is located on the banks of which river? Easy one. Yes, September 15. Correct. Karthik. Hampi city is located on the banks of which river? Yes. And your answer is great. How you don't know, Pranav, this? This is Tungabhadra river. It is located on the banks of Tungabhadra river. Well answered. Last question. Last question. Yes. So Spurti, Attar, Piro, KC, Gautam in top 5. Last question. First CM of Karnataka. Don't get this wrong. First CM of Karnataka. You are not supposed to get this wrong. Yes. And your answer is indeed Mr. Reddy. Mr. KC Reddy was your first CM of Karnataka. Right? That's great. Chalo, let's end this. I was surprised many of you don't know this. You should. Yes. So here comes your top 5. So Gautam, KC, and who is the top? Attar is on top. And Vijeta and some Paris is in top 5. So well played, all of you. So that ends our class. So we'll solve some problems tomorrow and start biomolecules. Half an hour will devote towards the problem solving and nitrogen inversion of this chapter, and we'll start biomolecules tomorrow. I don't know Pratham. I'm not watching it. Yes, Adesh. That all is done. That all is done, Adesh. Chalo. Take care, all of you. Have a good day ahead. आदेश, I will let you know रे. Don't worry. मैं तुझे बताता हूँ. I will message you. Don't worry. Yes, Varna, I'll upload. ठीक है? चलो. Take care, all of you. Have a good day ahead.